truthers, globers, but overall truth seekers. Prepare for the insane world of the Matrix. Forget the past episode I've shown you before. I never expected to get aired, so they're the end of that story. Maybe it was kind of hard to understand. So I'm going to start with the beginning, where it all began. And with all the main story, begins with the mud. So I decided to stay around. Ottawa's Parliament. Official date of construction 1859 to 1865. Uh, com- Conspiracy theorists all point toward that building as being something out of place. It is something out of place. And they say that this is a Tartarian library. It is not a library. Might be Tartarian for all I know, but it is not a library. These guys, they say that theory, conspiracy theory, all nutcase. Of course, we're all nutcase. But if these guys, they don't have nothing to hide, why do they hide everything? Sometimes, even if it's obvious, if it's jumped at your face, you don't see it. You don't see things for what they are really used for. Like these things. These are not there to protect or eat or whatever. They're there to just for you not to see. That's all there is to it. There's nothing else. It's just there for you not to see. Some people play God. When someone tells you, you don't need to know that, you don't need to see that, and that person is in control of your life, man, you're gonna start maybe thinking, maybe they don't want your welfare. They want theirs. We've been fed lies since the day we were born. Even our parents fed us lies because they wouldn't see it. They wouldn't see it as lie. They would see it as the truth because every information we got comes from them. Every school book you read, or your mom or your grandmama read, man, they wrote it. 1850, the mid 1800, paisano, 50,000 paisano in Quebec who would wipe their with leaves, at least in the summer, but in the winter would see a book as a God gift. Would be that to store books. I don't believe that. And I know it's not that. It is something else. And the explanation they give with every building, once you find out what they are totally ridiculous. Anyone who knows anything about the mud flood theory knows about the mud flood window for their smoking gun for the theory. But the thing is, it looks kind of believable because these windows, they're there. They're everywhere in the old world, old Montreal, old Quebec. You see these windows, which are not the basement window. Think about it. Why would you do holes in your basement? This is totally ridiculous. These are not basement window. These are windows these are the top of the window of the lower floor, which was the first floor in a previous life before the happening that put all that mud in front of it. So you can see on the left, the little tip of it. These are taken years apart, and you can see that they're growing slowly, methodically, gradually. You see them more and more every day. Somebody pass there, it doesn't never notice anything. Once a year they remove a feet 3 inch. Man, every day you pass, you don't see nothing because it'd be ridiculous to. This is always like the east wing, and we didn't move it. We didn't move it yet. We're still in the east wing. This is the front one, the front side of it. Like you can see now, these windows now they're all very clearly visible. Which in the previous window, like they were, you could see the tip of it. They're hiding the truth from you. They're lying to you, and you're playing in your face. You're in front of the same building. There's no coming out of it, man. This pavement is made out of mud because you can see it blocked the first floor. You can see that the windows are going down. You don't build like that. When in doubt, keep searching. Old picture of the Parliament. mid 1800. You can see that there's an underground floor on the east wing, the one we just previously seen. That's the east wing. That's the one we just saw. You can see that there's a level underneath. And when you look at the background picture, these are the supposedly construction pictures. You can see that there's top of windows on the first floor, on the basement floor, which are going to be buried. These are the top of the windows you see in the front. There's a level buried underneath the ground. And you don't bury windows underneath the ground, because if you do so, you end up with problem like this. Because they're fixing up on all those buildings all at the same time. Just like Ottawa, Saint Joseph, and all the other buildings around the world, they're all doing the same repair. It's obvious. The repair they're doing is they're fixing leaky window. You have an entire floor buried underneath the mud. What do you think? Water seeps in by the window. And this is the main building. They charge 70 million to repair that thing. And look exactly what they repaired. Look at in the middle vignette. You see the circle. These are the top of the windows that was on that wall. And they just blocked them and put tars on it, just not so you don't see the difference. But they did a sloppy job. They always do. They always does, because they never expected us to find out. But when you look deep, you see things like that. But it's not everybody that's that kind of open all the window, the pictures, and I do. I do. I spend hours and years of my life searching for that matrix. Anyhow, top left. This is the west wing, the other wing. We're gonna go at that one now. Forget the east wing, we go west wing. Now these are freshly unearthed windows. West wing. And these unearthed windows are right there in the corner in the back. Now you see the red arrow? Look at the level from one end to the other. Now look at the architectural features of those buildings, and think about it. 1850. Did built with with a leveling like that. That's impossible. 30 feet from one end to the other. And believe me, a couple of years ago, this building didn't look like that at all. Now these windows, look, they're right there. They're buried right there. You can see that they're buried, and look, there's more buried in the back. 30 feet difference. Man, this building didn't look like that at all. All the windows on that side, they were all buried a couple of years ago. Now they're all cleaning it all up, all around it. These things have much in common. The Capitol and Parliament Hill, both. This is 20 years apart. This is 2003 and this is today on the Parliament side. But what you can see is that they're doing the same repair, and they're hiding everything because they didn't dig that trench in front of everybody. They dug that trench underneath the cover of these. They covered themselves. They're hiding everything because they didn't dug a trench. No, no, no. This is a tunnel. This is a tunnel. There's something there. There's something going on there, and probably have something to do with transport. Because this is not packed earth. This was the first floor in the past, which they cannot allow you to see because it would expose them as being not the one who built these things. So they have no other choice than to keep them hide from you. So they make you pay, and what they do, they instead of taking off the mud, they're clustering everything and they're refilling the thing, and they're charging you like the other one, 70 million. Because this is not packed dirt. As you can see, this is not packed dirt. This is a grill with cement coating. This is just there for you not to see what's because this is the front facing of the first floor of that building. They like to play God with you because this is just hiding. This is just to stop you from seeing what they're doing. Because as soon as this is gonna be covered, this, that's what's gonna happen. You won't see anymore, and they're gonna keep doing whatever it is they are doing in there. But I can hint you on what they're doing. In the early 1900s, everything burned to the ground or whatever happened. Every place on Earth got damaged in the early 1900s. So was the Parliament building got on fire in 1916, and blah 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 blah. Bogus story. Yeah, this is a train station. It was a transit station. All sorts of means of transportation would transit in this place. This is one of many places. For now, you saw what you just saw is the under exit, I guess, or entrance or whatever. And this is not a library. For this is a machine. Look at all the legs on it. This is made to be strong to hold something. This is a turntable for train because you just saw the entrance and look in the back. What do you know? That's a railway bridge. That's a train bridge. It crosses the river in the back. That was a train station. It's not very clear, but you can see that this is a bridge, a railway bridge, and it connected right underneath the library, which is a turntable for train. I know, I know. Incredible. But forget the narrative that they gave you. Always think comes from them. Could be lie. Because it's possible that this person or this entity that's in control has another plan than your welfare, just like be his welfare. And with that, for that, maybe be willing to lie to you. Maybe, I don't know, it's up to you. When you take old picture, always scrutinize them. You see construction, I'm sorry, I see ruins. And that's not all I see on that picture. What I see there is something that shouldn't be there. But then again, on old pictures, you may have noticed always at the same level, at that level, on old picture, you see big circles. All people always wonder, or some would even mention that these were vacuum train because that's what they were. Because what you're looking at is a part of it. For this is old world technology, which is vacuum train. That's a glass tube. What when I before I mentioned it, you'd never notice. But now that I've showed it to you, take a look back at the picture. You'll see it right away. And every time you look at that picture, you'll see it right away. But think about it. I've shown it to you. You'll see it. Show the picture to someone else. He won't see it unless you show it to him. Now, you know exactly at what level they are. Now, some of you might remember that. Oh, yeah, that's true. I've seen these circle on the side of old building in pictures. It might be true, but some other of you will maybe in the future find one of those old picture and see that circle and read underneath what's written like for excuses or explanation and might say, you're nuts. Now I know he was right. This is a train vacuum. And in the back, underneath, was a station, a railroad station. That and in the bottom, at the where the river is, well, must have been a dock for boats. Maybe you think I'm nuts, but these are showing you only this one because I can show you so many of these, but I'd like you to see for yourself. Take any old picture and look at the background. You're going to see on most of them vacuum train, glass tube in the background everywhere because most of them got that. Or inside the town, man, you got hand drawing with the with the vacuum train drawn on it. It is what it is. They are lying to us on an unimaginable scale. Anyhow, maybe you're not convinced now, but if you keep on listening until the end, in the end, you're going to see that there's no turning back. The matrix is existing, and the matrix is thing that is underneath all of these buildings, from Egypt's pyramid to Stonehenge to Gunung Padang. Every one of them, they're all matrix. So, so I'm not asking you to believe. I'm asking you to go see for yourself. You're gonna end up finding that nothing I've shown you was ever shown everywhere. That I don't I don't vehicle or back any other theory, but some of them are true because some of them corroborate exactly what I'm telling you. And these are the most incredible ones because this world, it is incredible. Well, it was incredible, or else it still is, but it's under our feet. And they are taking away everything that's on the surface because it looked something else than it does right now. Something happened. A war, a cataclysm, something, I don't know, but something covered the entire thing with mud. But it didn't happen the way they're trying to feed it to you. I'm gonna prove you that it was maybe a deliberate act or whatever it was, but it was expected. And and things are not exactly what they seems to be. Because that mud, it ain't all mud all over. So next time I'm going to show you that the Parliament Hill, all the plans of it, seen from top, is exactly the same as each and every world fair that was around the world. Because all of them, that's what they were. They were not world fair. They were Zep Airport, vacuum train station, boat, everything goes there. All of them, they're all the same. They all have a river passing by for boats, and they all have a tower. They all add towers for zeppelins, and each and every one of them, when look by the top, you put the matrix on it, and all of them are matrix, which implies that important things wasn't on top. Important things was underneath, which still is. On top, there's nothing left. They're scrapping everything. They're destroying everything. Soon, there won't be nothing left. So, see you in the next episode.